This one comes on special request.
To all judges, First and Second Appellate Division, Superior Court, Candiotty County, Minnesota. Court of Appeals, Wilmar, Minnesota. U.S. Supreme Court, Washington, D.C. I write demanding a rehearing of my worse than lowest deadly gangster police state defamation suit, which appeal case was in your farce, deadly gangster ghetto, communist gangster computer, God-manipulated gangster court. Below, I state some of the many reasons for said rehearing, plus all of my evidence the Attorney General chicanerously forwarded to the Bar Association Grievance Committee for Prosecution of Felon Gangster Mafionic, Negroetic, the Black Monograph, a baby raping chud, therefore unprosecutable, the blackish, menial, negroidic in appearance and demeanor felon vicious. Parroting puppet, ex-district attorney of Candiotty County with no private law experience, detested by all factions. In spite of this, solely because of his many years secret gangsterization and crucifixion of me, this negroidic, low mafionic, deadly black David Schneider was then immediately and unprecedentedly and repeatedly rapidly promoted, in spite of tremendous opposition, to the present position of second highest state judgeship solely through gangster computer god manipulation. As additional evidence, during the last week of my within-mentioned month-long worse than a farce Nazi court criminal trial in Candiotty County Court 2023, where dwarfed felon gangster, parroting puppet rectum lapper sodomist Judge William Sullivan's ball of fat felon slut wife, she, as planned, sat in the front row, repeatedly stripping her over clothes and completely pulling up her dress and slip and pulling aside her old-fashioned pink bloomers in order to display her anus. Her cunt! She repeatedly gesticulated and whispered, "I'll give it to you to suck. Finish him." Her husband, dwarfed felon gangster, parroting puppet, rectum lapper sodomist Judge William Sullivan, flush-faced, in repeated open sodomistic displays, stuck out his tongue, wiggling it, chuckling to her, "You hangman rope gangster felon, parroting puppet scum on top playboys can watch my Frankenstein eyesight television playback of this felonious, lowly sodomistic display by the felon sodomist Judge William Sullivan and his lowly felon slut wife during my trial in Candiotty County Court. After my worse than Nazi court criminal conviction crucifixion for years in poverty, I suffered hopeless, jobless character assassination and isolation in this low, deadly nigger town. I was the repeat target victim of these gangster A-logs, gangsterization, and undetectable extermination attempts to shut me up forever with my secrets. Then, on November 1st, 2023, I attempted to escape this worse mongrel gangster communist country to return to the Slavonic Polish land of my forefathers. Instead, in a gangster-staged parroting puppet deadly conspiracy, I was flown from Wilmar Municipal Airport at night to a small, distant St. Lawrence River estuary snowbound small airport under the guise that I was in Palm Beach County, Florida. Immediately, many things proved this to me, including the two big white asbestos shingled hangars with the large Braniff Airways signs on their sidewalls, in addition to the many blurted statements I solicited from the many A-log deadly gangsters. The assassins of me, the many parroting puppets all around me. I demanded an immediate flight back to Wilmar Municipal Airport. Instead, I was held captive all night, later in chains. I refused both. All food and requests, I'd go to sleep. Then A-log police gangsters pretending to be Florida police with no identification beat me bloodily. Later, while my return trip 707 Boeing jet airliner was being serviced for my return trip, I quickly walked into the airplane and saw an A-log gangster with a small electric hairdryer type blower pumping deadly poison nerve gas smoke into secret compartments under the ashtrays in the arms of the chairs where later I was ordered to sit in the airplane full of Kiwi Farms underlings, passengers, my assassins, who giggled as they watched me dragged in chains into the airplane by the gangster CIA police gangsters. These deadly gangster A-log passengers. They pressed the frontal panel of the ashtrays in the seat arms to release the deadly poison nerve gas smoke. Indubitably, all of the others deadly A-log underling gangsters upon this staged return flight, they all had taken the top secret poison nerve gas antidote pill, immuning them from the deadly poison nerve gas smoke. Deadly poison nerve gas smoke was sprayed at me from cigars, cigarettes, even from a Baldo. Also from the wig of a woman sitting next to me. Even the Swiss cheese type ice cubes were evaporating into poison nerve gas smoke in all of the free drinks. I got up and went to the rear of the airplane by the rear exit door with the large push-up handle. My Frankenstein Brain Thoughts Broadcasting Radio disclosed my intentions immediately. The loudspeaker screamed that the flight was over and that our airplane was already preparing to land at Wilmar Municipal Airport. You hangman, rope sneak, gangster, playboy, scum on top. No, these facts are true, not only from taking part in such undetectable exterminations, but also you chicanerous, demented, felon, parroting puppet gangsters can watch my Frankenstein eyesight television playback of all these horrible, terrifying, deadly events. When I returned home, Monograph, my main nemesis and deadly felon, murderer, and assassin spy agent against me for this gangster government, he beat me repeatedly, cursing me that I was not exterminated by all of the poison nerve gas smoke, and that I did the impossible, and that I kept awake for 3 days and refused all food in order to prevent my sneak extermination. In accordance with the completely gangster computer God concocted and manipulated statutory laws, one of your gangster court's requisite duties is to automatically rehear my said appeal case because it has been brought to your attention, you hangman rope gangsters, that my entire life was destroyed by you co-conspirator through the gangster government's perjured and fabricated criminal conviction of me in order to fulfill the demands of your communist God, the worldwide mad deadly gangster computer. God, you deadly parroting puppet felon gangsters already know that I have been and am an innocent primary victim and target for destruction and extermination because I am a menace to your gangster computer god, and that I am worse than defenseless without the gangster protection and control of the gangster Frankenstein earphone radio. I stand alone against you demented deadly gangster parroting puppets, namely this worst gangster communist computer god-controlled gangster government, before I'm exterminated by you hangman rope underlings. I demand a reply